So I've been getting a lot of questions asking how the Caribbean people got to be Africans, and I thought this was like a well-known thing about slavery, but I guess it's not. So I was doing research to put a little video together, just a brief history of how we ended up coming to the Caribbean. And I must tell you, it got me sad. Seeing some of the pictures, reading some of the accounts, got me really sad. But anyways, I'm gonna put a little thing together just to show my continental Africans, some, not all, some. I've met some people who did not know about the transatlantic slave trade. I've met Kenyans who didn't even know that there was concentration camps in Kenya long before they were ever in Germany. Yeah, so anyways, going to do a little bit of brief Caribbean history, and then I want to address the leaders of the individual African countries. So stay tuned, relax, and enjoy.
So this is a map of the Caribbean. Beautiful place, wonderful place. Before the arrival of the murdering, colonizing enslavers, they lived the Taino, Arawa, Carib people. They lived in relative peace, and they lived in harmony with the land, actually. These people understood nature, and they lived in almost like communally with nature. Very simple life. I wish I could go back to that life, to be quite honest. Just some animals on my farm. But anyways, in about 1492 arrived the murdering conquerors, and they killed the native inhabitants, and then they had to replace the workforce. So of course they went to Africa. Now they packed us on ships and sent us over. Some of us died on the way, and then some of us arrived to work in the plantations. Can you imagine working in a strange land far away from the one you own? People are beating you, whipping you. Your women are being raped. Your women are being farmed. You are being killed. You're being sodomized. There are much of things that was done to us as a people by these colonizers. And of course, we rebelled. And one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist, but you do what you have to do. And we rebelled, and at some point people started talking about the abolition movement, and it seemed as if they gave up on slavery. But from my research, I saw that the Industrial Revolution was evolving at the same time as the abolition of slavery. So I think one just replaced the other, or in a different kind of format, mind you.
To the leaders of each and every African nation, I stand before you today with a plea that transcends borders and reaches deep into the soul of humanity. It is a plea for justice, a plea for recognition, and a plea for a homecoming that is long overdue. I implore you to consider granting the descendants of enslaved and trafficked Africans the right of abode in your respective countries. Our history, a history written in the tears and blood of our ancestors, tells a story of unimaginable suffering and inhumanity. For centuries, our forebears were forcibly uprooted from their beloved homelands, shackled and subjected to the most degrading conditions as they were shipped across vast oceans to toil in lands far from their own. They were stripped of their identities, cultures, and roots, all in the name of power, greed, and prejudice. Today, we, their descendants, find ourselves scattered across the globe, our lives marked by a profound sense of displacement and longing. We live in the shadows of the past we did not choose, yearning for a connection to a land we were once torn away from. We who carry the legacy of the Middle Passage, the brutality of the transatlantic slave trade, and the scars of colonialism seek our rightful place in the land of our ancestors. But let us not be misunderstood. Our plea is not rooted in bitterness or resentment, nor is it a call to reverse the course of history. Instead, it is a call for reconciliation and healing. It is a call to acknowledge the irreplaceable contributions of the African diaspora throughout the world. Contributions that span art, culture, science, and the very fabric of the nations we now call home. We're not asking for special treatment. We're asking for the right to return, the right to reconnect to our roots, and the right to forge a future hand in hand with our African brothers and sisters. The right of abode in any African country is a symbolic gesture, a gesture of solidarity and a recognition that we're all a part of the same African family. Our past may be marred by injustice, but our future can be one of unity, strength, and resilience. It is an opportunity to transcend the divisions that have separated us for far too long. Granting us the right of abode is a step towards healing the wounds of history, mending broken bonds, and celebrating the diversity of our shared African heritage. In the end, it's not just a matter of rights, it's a matter of heart, of acknowledging the pain and longing that still resonates within us. Let us together pave a way for a brighter, more inclusive future, where the descendants of enslaved and trafficked Africans can finally return to the embrace of their ancestral lands. This is not just a plea, but a call for humanity to rise above the darkness of history and together forge a more just and compassionate world.
Hi, thanks for watching. I just want to say thanks for all the support so far. This petition is going. We need some more help there. So if you have a group of people who are like-minded, I can send you the link.